All right, so our season with the Buffalo Sabres did not go too well, as we kind of expect. There was a lot to go through to get that Buffalo Sabres team to be good. But today, we're going to jump on over to the Calgary Flames, a team with a lot more loaded roster right now. A team that is already playoff ready, playoff bound, likely Stanley Cup bound. The question is, can we go out and turn this team into a Stanley Cup winner? Maybe make a few small moves and get these guys in there. So let's take a look at this team. We got Gaudreau, Monahan, and Lindholm on that first line. Can't imagine switching those guys up. Not the way they play together, at least. And we got Frolik, Backlund, and Tkachuk on the second line. Now, that one is obviously a very solid line, but I'm curious if we can't spread it out. Oh, yeah, we can. Ryder on the second line was looking for it. That's the answer right there. +3 in the overall. Ryder is such a low overall. What is he? He's a fourth line forward, bottom six guy. Oh, it makes perfect sense. Two-way forward, though. Is that what we're looking at here? Is it the two-way forward? Is he the reason it's a +3? I don't know who else is two-way forward on this team. We'll take a look real quick. Two-way forward in Ryder. Two-way forward. Bennett is a two-way forward. Frolik is a two-way forward. No, Frolik was the guy that was already there, right? And there's only a +1. See, I don't understand some reason. For whatever reason, it's just all of a sudden bumps it up. It made it so much better putting Tobias Ryder there. But we'll do it, I guess. We'll put Ryder there because he's 77. He's going to be an 80 with that +3. Not much lower than Frolik at that point. So Frolik will go on the third line. Even though he wants to be a second line player, he's getting stuck on a third line. Because EA says, here's a +3. Take it. So that's what we're going to do there. We will put Derek Ryan or Lucic on the fourth line. Get that +1 going there. Derek Ryan on the third line. And from that standpoint, I think this team's solid. If there's anything we can work on, maybe a right wing for the fourth line, seeing how Andrew does here. Other than that, I think the forward line looks great. Hanifin, Hamonic, Brody, Giordano, Stone, and Anderson. A very, very solid defensive core over here in Calgary. Again, if there's any work to be done, maybe we look at a third D-man kind of pair right here, either left or right, or both, one or the other. We'll see how it goes there. The rest, though, the defense is looking solid there. I'm assuming we switch this around. Oh, okay, it does. I was going to say, I'm assuming we switch this around and no plus on the overalls, but we just got a +3 on Hanifin and Brody, Hamonic and Giordano on the first line. We can make that work because it's only a +1 difference between these two. He is a defensive defenseman, so I don't think that'll matter too much. So the rest are all two-way. See, it's so weird how I just randomly +3 some of this stuff. I'm sure somebody has a video on that probably explaining exactly how that works, right? I should probably watch that. Maybe somebody can recommend that to me in the comments if you've seen that before. And I'll probably go and check that out because it really doesn't make logical sense to me. But hey, there's obviously something there that's causing that. Maybe it's also not just part of their playmaking ability. But see, this guy's a bottom six, fourth line forward guy. That's what didn't make sense to it about that. That's why I was confused there. But taking a look at not our extras, but our special teams. We have Gaudreau, Monahan, and Lindholm. Chuck and Giordano on the first line looks fantastic. Bennett, Backlund, Frolik. Do you belong up here, Frolik? I feel like we're already punishing you enough. I guess you can stay on a power play. 85 offensive awareness. The passing is 85. Same with the puck control. Shooting is all about the same. 85 across the board there. Bennett, probably the same story. Oh, wow. Doesn't need to win faceoffs. I was going to say the faceoffs are not very good, but he doesn't really need to win them. TJ Brody, you can stay there. Hanifin, you're good. We'll go the opposite direction here. Frolik, Backlund. Backlund, you're great where you are. We will see, though, just to make sure we're not missing something here. As far as guys you can put there. Lindholm's already playing. Giordano, Monahan, Lindholm, and Chuck already are in the first line. We can put Anderson there. He's a defenseman. What do you can't put Anderson? Come on now. We can put Derek Ryan there, though. Derek Ryan is, he's about an 84-84. It's a little bit lower. It's not really much of a difference there. So, yeah, we'll stick with the power play units they're giving us. That'll be fantastic. The four-man power play is nothing to write home about the way it looks here. And, again, we'll mess with this just to see. I don't usually see it, so I don't know. I got to figure it out, I guess, to get the +1 and stuff up a bit. Doesn't seem like there's a big difference there. We'll leave them how it is. The penalty kill. Bennett, Jankowski, Hamonic, Giordano, Backlund, right. That looks good as well. I think Bennett can play some defense here. And an 82, 83. I don't think we have something better than that. We can take a look here real quick. Just in case. Is Frolik on a power play unit right now? He could play there if he had to. Frolik. He's on a power play, though. So to put him on a penalty kill, we're going to do it anyway. If that improves that at all. I did not. Perfect. Frolik, you're still going to play there. You seem like a pretty solid defensive guy. You're on the third line for us now anyway, so you can afford the extra minutes, right? Yeah, you're on the third line, so we can put you there. No big deal there. And then the goaltending, taking a look over there, is Rittich and Talbot. Now, that is probably the kryptonite for Calgary. I mean, granted, they're making it work when it comes to the video game. At an 82 overall, it ain't going to work. So it's probably going to be, if anything, I think it's the goaltending when it comes to Calgary that we're going to go over here and take a peek at improving. Nonetheless, we'll go ahead and, as always, sim up, I don't know, about a month of the season. See how things go here for these Calgary Flames. You know what I've noticed? We just straight dominate. Stone third. No, we ain't trading for draft picks. We're trying to win right now. But I noticed we just straight dominate in preseason with a lot of these teams. I think it was, look at 4-1 again. I think it was Buffalo. It was like 7-0 or something. It's crazy how easy it is for your team to win the preseason game. 6-1. I guess our team starts roster players and every computer team doesn't or something. Maybe they go half and half. Throw some AHL guys in there. I'm not sure if they have that programmed into this game or not. Nonetheless, 2-4 to start the season. Slow start for the Calgary Flames. Again, I don't want this trade. We are not trading even for a first round draft pick. As enticing as that is, we are not going to be taking that. We got to pick up a win streak here. Finally, 3 straight. Ducks, Caps, and okay, we're going to turn off trade offers. You're going to send us one every other day for the same players here, EA. 7-7, turning the season back around. Back up to 9-7. At 1-4, slow start. Colorado. Everybody wants Stone. Decline it. No, not edit trade block because he's probably not even on it. They're just like, let's send that trade offer. 9-8-2 to start the season now. So that's decent. That's decent. I do want to monitor the way that our goaltending is playing. I do worry about that the most. So we'll go ahead and take a peek at that. Good draw. 11 goals, 5 assists. Under a point per game, though. Unfortunate for him there, but he is under a point per game. I'm sure he'll turn that around, though. It's very early in the season there for Gaudreau. 15, 6, and Backlund even has 15 points. Good for him. Giordano's got 14. Hannafin's got 14. The defensemen are killing it. Lindholm getting the disrespect. You know why? Yeah, they gave an 86, I guess. That ain't too bad. But they gave him a bad overall for a second. But check out the goaltending here. 5-1 and 4-7. So Rittich is 4-7. 917 save though. So he's again. I hate it. I haven't played this game enough this year where I've tinkered with the goalies like last year, where I knew the goalie stats were literally completely irrelevant. So I'm not sure. I heard they fixed it a little bit this year, but it's hard telling. Again, 917, 2.47. Oddly enough, Cam Talbot's 5-1, but he's been playing probably the lesser teams, even with that 896 save percentage there. Looking at the team standings, though, early in the season, outside of the playoffs, and we are 50. That's a point percentage. I always look at that. 3.16 goals for, 2.78 goals against. So it's not a terrible number. 2.79, I should say. Not terrible. It could obviously use a little work. Get it down to 2.5-ish if we can. Power play percentage is terrible, 15.2%. I'm assuming that'll get better. Usually you see closer to 18, 19, 20%, I think, usually. I ain't mistaken there. 81.41 on a penalty kill, which is decent. We can work with that. Go ahead, though, and I don't know. We'll give it a month. We'll give it a month. I don't know how long we should go and bank on these goals. A 917 save percentage is good. That is one thing I have heard to a lot of people that do franchises and stuff, is that the goalies don't sim up properly, as in the lower overall sim up better than the higher overall. So I guess they didn't fix the simming mechanic. That kind of answers my question, right? The simming mechanic's still broken, where the lower overall goalies are getting better stats than the higher overalls. But we've talked about that. It was a mechanic last year. That's the thing that we haven't done this year, though, is put a 36 overall goalie in net and see how it goes. Have we not done that this year, really? Huh. Interesting. But yeah, we put him in net and he'd have like a 999 save percentage last year. So it was clear the goalie mechanic was not working properly there. 13-13-2. I don't like the way these Calgary Flames are playing. This is a loaded young team. We're supposed to be playing great. And we're not even a playoff team by a mile and a half right now. 14-18. It's time to cut some bait. I don't know what we're doing, but we're struggling. 26 points out of Gaudreau. Good for Gaudreau. We're cellar dwelling. It was a team that's supposed to be making playoffs, to say the very least. Take a look at the points here. 5/21 for Hannafin. Again, the defensemen are killing it. Monahan's right there, -1. Backlund still 23 points, slowing down a bit. Frolik, you are on the... Is Frolik the one playing the third line? It's hard to tell. I think I put him on a power play and penalty kill. The Chuck Brody, it was Toby Dawson Ryder. See, even though he is playing and he's +3 in that line, it's 12 points he has on his season. So he is definitely holding that line back. Whoa, the Chuck's got 19. And who was the other guy? Chuck, Ryder, and is it Backlund? So I guess they ain't doing terrible. Not too sure how I feel about that, though. I just like the +3. There's no other way to change that. Like, it might hurt a little bit, but the +3, we might have to go a few games without a change, though, and put, what was it, Frolik back there? Because Frolik, at the end of the day, does have 20 points, and he's been killing it down there. playing 15 minutes a night. I think you have to play him even with the points being low, or even with the overall rating not going where you want it. That's unfortunate, though. It's unfortunate we couldn't keep that going there. But we'll change that up. We'll put you here. Again, let's see, that's the thing. It messes with it where we're not even getting a bump anymore. Ryder, you do not belong there. I guess, like I said, we can look for a right wing. Ryder or our fourth liner can be substituted out there. As far as the goaltending is concerned, we got to take a peek at that, though. We just looked right past that. As we take a look at the team stats. See how the team's been playing. We've been playing terrible, clearly. 34 games played and 30 points. Not good. 3.5 goals allowed per... What? What is going on? 3.5 goals allowed per game. That's the goaltending. We got to trade for a stud goalie, I think, and then see what happens from there. It's just the low overall goalie seems so terribly. Both sub 900 saves. That'll do it. That'll do it. No questions asked. Got to get a goalie. We'll worry about the rest of the team down the road because the defense ain't bad. It ain't like we're rocking trash defense out there. We literally just, we need a goalie. Oh, we got cap space to work with, huh? Not really. A little bit. It's there, not terribly. The Rangers, I'm first person team I'm thinking of here because they have Lundqvist and they have like 7,000 young defense or young goalies. Like they need that many for something. You know, just in case one doesn't turn out, I guess. So Lundqvist, but that is a big contract. That is a massive contract. Let's see if we find a goalie here. The good thing is we're doing so bad right now that our draft picks are worth something. Look how much value that first round draft pick has. Wow. Maybe we should look for a big fish. Look for a big fish while we got that draft pick value. I don't know if it'll change once Calgary would be over the league minimum salary cap. I don't know if it'll change if we go out there and throw on guys like the Pekka Rinne and so on and so forth like that. That's going to kind of kill the value because their team will all of a sudden be better. From a standing standpoint, though, it can't get any worse. They're going to have to retain a lot of salary, though, on Rinne. We couldn't go Lundqvist, obviously, because of the salary. Let's see if we can go Rinne. Totally unwilling based on what you're offering. The value of what you're asking was just enough. Okay, so we'll throw on. That was a pretty big joke of a trade offer, to be fair. A third in Riddick for Rinne. But at the same day, Riddick is younger. Pekka Rinne, maybe they're thinking, you know, we got Soros. Rinne's getting old, injury prone. Trade rejected. We will not accept this proposal. The trade looks fair, but the Nashville Predators are unwilling to retain the salaries that you're suggesting. If you don't retain the salary, we are screwed. So let's see if there's a player on this team on a high salary that we can afford to walk out the door here. He's got so many guys that are getting paid right now. That is all. Lucic is a fourth liner getting $5 million a year. So I guess that is where we could go. Maybe trade Lucic. And I think that's the best option. We have so many bottom six guys getting paid good money here. What's going on with this over here, Calgary? Lucic will throw you on a deal. You do not have to retain salary over here for Pekka Rinne. But we're going to spice this trade up a little bit then. If you're not going to retain that Pekka Rinne salary, and you're still going to retain that Pekka Rinne salary, by the way, we're going to throw you right there. We're going to make this first overall pick worth something here. Anybody willing to walk out the door? Nick Bonino. I don't want to pay that much for Nick Bonino. You have any? Well, you have a lot of decent overalls over there in Nashville. Nashville, Philip Forsberg? Forsbergler? What about Arvidsson? They are not going to send us Arvidsson, but we are making a blockbuster of a trade. I don't think this... See, the thing is, I don't like doing this because I don't feel like Nashville is in a tear down and rebuild phase, and that's what bothers me right here is we're doing that with a Nashville team. I'd feel a lot better doing this with the Rangers. We just can't afford that goalie, and EA puts you in a tight spot here where you can't win games without a goalie. So we're kind of forced to kind of make an unrealistic trade here, unfortunately, because we're not going to pick up a goalie else. We have to have a goalie. It's clear that's how bad it is. We need a lower trade value type goalie. So we're going to try Arvidsson. Blockbuster trade going on here. We're going to try Arvidsson. We're going to try Rinne. We're going to throw on Lucic. We're going to throw on that first round pick that is worth oh so much right now for these Nash or Calgary Flames. Did it go down a little bit? I don't think so. So we're throwing that first round, a second, Lucic, Riddick for Arvidsson, Rinne, and that is a lot, and we have to dump salary still. So you're, again, going to have to retain some of this. Is that enough right there? That is just perfectly enough. Barely. But you got to retain more because in case we have to go out there and drop or pick up one more guy, and they're not going to do it. That's the problem. Nashville does not want to do this. Yeah, they're totally unwilling because of mainly that salary. I feel like we could throw in another draft pick here, and they're not going to do it. 2 firsts for Arvidsson. We're going to be a winning team for a long time. We pick up Rinne, who's not going to make us a first-round bust, I don't think. What do you think about that? Trade rejected. Okay, so it's probably the salary stuff at the end of the day. Or the matter of fact that we're trying to get Arvidsson and Rinne from him. That is probably not helping the case either here. But I want Arvidsson. We're going to make this work. It is going to happen. because I don't want to edit this trade out, and you guys would be very upset if we make a trade that doesn't ever actually happen. So it's going to happen, and they're going to like it. You're going to like this over here, Nashville. We're going to drop all the salary. We're going to drop the second. We're going to throw on all skaters. The thing is, we're going to throw on a player that is not worth more than what we're offering you right now, but we need to kill some cap space or some space here. Sam Bennett, you can stay. Are you even playing? Zornik, I feel like you're not even playing. You're getting traded. Send it. Arvidsson and Rene, baby. Oh my goodness. You guys are so greedy. All right, so what we're going to do is dump Lucic's contract, because I think that's the issue. I'm trying to trade it away for 7th round picks, and they literally will not take him because he's a 5 mil cap hit and terrible. We're going to offer a 1st round draft pick. They won't even take Lucic for a 1st round draft pick. That is how impossible it is to make trades. That's the cog in the road we're having right here with that Pekka Rene deal, is that we literally just had to give up a 1st and a 3rd just to dump Lucic off this team because he's just that bad. I'm sorry, Lucic. You're going to be a scumbag. Don't worry, I won't forget about that sucker punch. Enjoy your suspension, pal. All right, so let's go back to Nashville. We'll start with Nashville. Give it one last try. If Lucic is not on the table, I feel like we could probably pick up Pekka Rene. It's going to be a big trade regardless. Now we have the cap space, though, to pick up Pekka, and we'll have to look somewhere else for a goaltender, I think, at this point. So we'll go this, we'll go that. We'll throw on some draft picks. We might be able to get Pekka cheaper now that we're not willing to take on that deal. They're not going to do it for a second. I think we can make this work, though, because we're not asking to retain salary. We have the cap space. Pekka for a second. Here we go. 2nd and 3rd. So much easier. We had to give him a 1st round draft pick. But at the end of the day, it was cheaper. It was cheaper than when we started. So we picked up Pekka Rene. And now we're going to have to pick up a winger. Probably a couple if we can get a couple of decently cheap ones. So here's what we're looking at. We're going to try to pick up Lebo and Virtanen on Vancouver, I think. Their bottom line guys, I mean, not the greatest, but 85 defensive awareness. He's 83 by 83. Definitely would like to see stuff better, but Virtanen's not even playing for him right now. I don't know if he's hurt. He can't be hurt. We have injuries off. 800 defensive awareness. Not the greatest there. Don't like that. But we got to try to pick up some offense and some defense all in one here. And I think we take a chance here. 280 overalls. They're not high overalls. Vancouver, probably a good, happy team to sell here. And we're not giving up much. That is the thing. It's a very low-risk trade here, I feel like. And what really concerns me is I really would like to make a big name trade here just because we have the offer. We have the ability. Currently, our team is sitting at where we have a very, very nice draft pick. We just do not have a lot of room. All right, so we need a center, and it's tough pickings. There's really no happy medium. You either have Nico Hischier, who has Steven Stamkos trade value, or you got guys with, 7 mil contracts with no trade value. It's really tough to make something happen here. So we're going to try to make this work. We're going to throw on, I don't think we need to throw on 2 first if we're throwing on Doobie. We'll throw on Doobie a 1st for Max Domi. Trade rejected. Maybe we do have to throw in that 1st. They're probably not going to retain the salary, but we really need a center. I think we have 279 centers right now or below, and I'm not a really big fan of that. I'd like to get the overalls up just a little bit. Maybe help out that 3rd line. What do you think, EA? Thank you. I only overpaid by like 3.5 there, so of course you're going to accept that. All right. Team is building up now. It's all or nothing. That's the goal of the series, though. Got to win the Stanley Cup this year. And that is what we have to do now, because we just traded away the future for none other than Max Domi. All right, so Derek Ryan, 2 goals, 9 assists, -4, 6 goals, 3 assists, -9. We'll take a look at the defensive stats. That'll be the next category we're going to go across here with these guys that can't play defense. You're off the team! Face-offs, 49, not good. Giveaways, 21. Takeaways, 25. Block shots, 8. Hits, 45. It's not terrible. Derek Ryan, how have you been doing? I wanted to see your stats. That's the page I'm looking for. Fantastic. You are, on the other hand, 18 by 20 by 8. Not a big difference, but you're killing it in a face-off draws. So you're going to play. Jankowski is not going to play. Max Domi is going to play. We'll see what that does to our overalls if we put you here. There we go. We have a better solid center there. Virtanen, Bennett. Did we have another Labos right there? Okay, so I think we've built the team up a little bit here. If we haven't, we're kind of screwed. So hopefully this helps us win games. Picked up a goalie. Picked up a little bit of forward help there on the bottom 6. We'll see if that can win us some games here for these Calgary Flames. If not, we're going to be in big trouble. But here we go. I didn't know it was possible to ruin the Calgary Flames, but then I forgot they had a low overall in this game. So it actually makes sense why they're struggling here. 15 and 18. I just hope we didn't wait too long. 4 games below 500 already. 35 games into the season. Like, that's a little bit of a hole to climb. You got to get on a win streak, which you're doing an all right job of. No, we don't want Kudobin for TJ. Are you kidding me? Geez, that was a ridiculous trade offer. I couldn't imagine if I'd sent that trade offer to EA. They would laugh at me and say, I couldn't even imagine if you looked at the trade block or not. Probably did, like 12 times. Oh, wow, here we go. 21-20, finally back above 500. Teams, I should have turned off trade offer notifications. I didn't realize you got a trade offer literally every 4 days. That was just for some, 6 overall pick or something. Here we go, though. Finally, win streak. Losing Montreal. Big loss there. Overtime loss against those Toronto Maple Leafs. It's a point. Got to beat Ottawa, and we did. Looks like we got a long break here. It's that 7-day break you get in there. Hopefully the boys can rest up, be ready to rock and roll. 4 games above 500, picking up the L over there to St. Louis. Beating Edmonton and then getting a 15th trade offer of the day. Hey, you want to send us our player back, Vancouver? Good joke. Look at this. It's like we didn't trade you him. No, we don't want John Brown and a wide receiver either. This is ridiculous. I'm going to have to turn this off. It's almost over. This is actually ridiculous. Is this actually a thing? When did this become so common? Holy cow. Nonetheless, 5 games above 500 every other day. Trade offer. If we would win every game we got a trade offer, we would be undefeated right now. I can throw that out there. This is crazy. Has anybody ever done this before? Seen it this badly? Now it's over Stone. Like, the trade block isn't all these players. I hate to break it to you. We're not trying to trade our entire team here. We are struggling once again, though. 4 games above 500, a loss to the Ducks. You know what it is? Our team can't concentrate because they're hearing rumors that they're constantly on the trade block because there's a trade offer going in every day. Getting those Twitter news notifications that they're on the trade block. 31-26-5. We're back above 500. 5 games. We are still out of playoff contention in what is actually a tough division for the first time ever because we needed to go out there and win games. So the division is certainly doing decent. Of course it is. Let's take a look at how Pekka has been playing on this team so far this year. He is still 80, even though he's 37, he's an 88 overall, 25-16, 905 save percentage. That is not hot. No, 914. Excuse me? 47 games. One's the entire season, I'm assuming, and one is just for us. Is this one just for us? 26-16 save percentage? Who would have known? No, because that's, yeah, maybe, probably, I don't know. If the 914 is just for us, that's solid. If it's 905 for us, then that's not solid. But take a look at the defense, I guess. That's the last place we can go here. We're all in at this point. So if we have to go farther, we have to go farther. It looks like Michael Stone, we should have shipped you out when I had a chance. Pow, over there, -12. You're struggling. See how you've been doing this season, buddy. Not good, clearly. 56 blocks, 50 hits. He's not doing terrible. 37/15 on the giveaways. I mean, that could be better, but it doesn't seem that bad. It doesn't seem that bad for being a -12. Maybe it's Anderson just, causing his overall to go down a little bit more. 14 giveaway or 34 giveaways, 14 takeaways. His stats are a little bit lower on the defensive side. 71 shots, 12 penalty minutes. How much did his friend have? His friend had 24. He's taking a few more penalties. There's a liability out there. Hey, we said we're all in, no, so we're all in. Gustafsson is coming to the Flames because he is ridiculously cheap. I actually don't feel bad losing draft picks for Gustafsson and being as cheap as he is, because if we were to pick him up, he's a solid player. He's going to be on the team for a long time. The thing is, we're starting to look like the Blue Jackets where we literally have no draft picks left. And I shouldn't have to make this many draft pick trades for a team like the Flames. It's hard to believe of all teams, this would be the team that would be difficult to make moves for, but it's clearly going to be them. There it is, Erik Gustafsson to the Calgary Flames. What a realistic trade. I understand, right? And of course, this team, if we can't win games now, if we can't play defense now, I don't really know what to say. Was it Stone or Anderson? It was Stone who wanted to walk out the door. You gone. Gustafsson's gonna play. You can go right there, Gustafsson. Looking great. Now, do we put you here? Yeah, that'll get the +1 up. So you can go there with Brody. Hamonic can play there. Looking fantastic. We're ready to rock and roll. End of the season. Here we come. We can't win now. We can't win, period. That's all I can say about this. Only 5 more days of constant trade offer spams, and then we're off to the final month of the season. No, Vancouver, we still do not want the same player that we traded you for the 11th time. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Overtime loss to Boston. Win against those Predators. We took their goalie away. That'll happen. Here we go. Win streak coming in. Lost to the Florida Panthers, but a couple points there in Columbus. And against those Arizona Coyotes. Just got to keep the points rolling. We're creeping up in the standings. And now we're losing and creeping down. When did this division become so tough? 4th place. 4th place. Every win counts. Overtime win. Overtime loss. That's still points. Can't lose to the Ducks. That's killer. Vancouver. There's a W. It's getting close. End of the season. Losing to the Jets. Overtime. Gotta beat Edmonton. Gotta beat Edmonton. We have a chance. We didn't make it. We didn't even make that's unbelievable. How do you not make playoffs with Calgary? We just got screwed on the sim there, I think. That is unreal. We did not make playoffs with the Calgary Flame. I can't believe it. I'm disappointed. 41-32. We had a great season. We had 91 points, missed by 1 point to the Arizona Coyotes, the usually easy to make division of the Pacific. Somehow, LA had 97 points. Calgary gets 91 with their stacked team. LA 97. Excuse me. 3.13 goals for. Good. The goals against went back down. It was ridiculous mid-season there. I think that, that's what I said at the beginning. I didn't want to have to trade the goalies away. I do not like having to just tear the team's goaltending away right away if we don't have to, especially in their case where they weren't a bad team. They played great with the goalies in their season so far. I didn't want to do that if it had to, and we waited until we was 4 or 5 games below 500, almost halfway through the season, and it was just a tough hill to climb from there. So that was a mistake. We'll learn for the future videos though, right? I guess if we see a big problem like that, they got to be out the door day one, no questions asked, even if we do think they can do good. Unfortunate for the Flames, they did have a great season though. Their players played well. Unfortunately, we just couldn't make anything out of it. That sucks. That sucks. I thought Calgary, easy Stanley Cup winner. The fact that we even make playoffs with them, mind-blowing. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed the video, big thumbs up, subscribe would be appreciated, never required. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.